Hey y'all, I am just sitting here and I decided to record. I haven't recorded or posted in a while when it comes to like documenting whatever's going on. So I decided to document the next phase of my life, which is getting old. So menopause. That's where I'm at. So I'm 43 and I am not in perimenopause. I'm not in menopause. I am postmenopausal. So basically, decided to just record just because there's a lot of things or a lot of symptoms that I've had over the years that I had no idea were related to menopause. So I was like, let me just record, let me just document. And also, I wanted to just kind of look back over my progression as I start to look at treatments or go through treatments or different things that are available to us to help us out. And that's one thing, everybody talk about the internet, but the internet really, it can teach you a lot because I've been watching different videos and things. And the symptoms that I thought that I was feeling, that only I was feeling, there are a lot of people that they're like this weird thing that they're feeling, whether it's like, um, heart palpitations, your heart rate increasing for no reason. My feet at one point they were like burning at the bottom, and I'm like, okay, I'm not wearing heels. Like, what's going on? And then now that I've watched videos, it's like, okay, this is not weird. I mean, it's weird, but why? Well, other people are feeling it too. So anyway, so just going back over the years, like I said, I've noticed certain things or certain things that I felt over the years had no idea that they were menopause, perimenopause, whatever the related to menopause. I'm realizing now that it was. So anyway, so going back to maybe 2017, this is like right after we had our daughter. I started realizing that I wasn't sleeping. It was like super hard for me to sleep. But I'm thinking like, okay, we have a newborn or toddler. That may be why. So I was so tired and exhausted. Even once I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm sleeping better, I realized that I'm so exhausted. And I remember I was so tired of using the word exhausted, but that was the only word that could properly describe what I was feeling. So I remember I went to the doctor and I was like, I'm so tired. Like I feel like I'm dying inside. That's how exhausted I am. And the doctor at that point, she was like, "Oh no, you're a mom. Being a mom is tough. Oh my God, that's why you're so tired." And at that point, I was a stay-at-home mom. So I remember I said to her, like, "No, like I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a great supportive husband. So it's not like I'm out here like tackling the world by myself. So I should not be that tired." And I was like, "Do you think that it could be like a hormonal imbalance?" And she said, "Oh no, that term is thrown around way too much." So she refused to do any additional testing on me outside of just the traditional vitamin D, vitamin B12, checking thyroid. She only would do those tests on me, and everything came back normal except for just that occasional vitamin D deficiency. So that next year, I'm like, no, I can't keep living like this. So I found a new doctor, a doctor who looks like me, and she actually listened. She listened to what I said. So she did like all this other lab work, and that lab work showed that I had that my estrogen, my progesterone, and my testosterone were low. So she referred me to a hormonal specialist. So the hormonal specialist again, she gave me vitamin. Okay, no, I'm stubborn. So go fast forward. I'm sorry, rewind. So rewind back to. I'm sorry, menopause. I'm sorry, my mind. I can't. Sometimes I'm talking. I have no idea. I forget what I was talking about. But anyway, so my testosterone was low. And as a woman, I thought that my testosterone was supposed to be low, but I learned that it's supposed to be at a certain level in order to give you whatever it is you need to not be depressed, not be super tired, so she gave me a testosterone gel that I would use. I can't remember if it was daily or weekly, but I was super careful with it because I didn't want to have too much testosterone. So did that for like a month, and I did notice an increase in my energy levels. I wasn't super consistent with it, but I did it and it worked. So fast forward, I remember that's when I started having like what I thought was panic attacks. So I would just be in a very relaxed state, and my heart rate would increase, like just out of the blue. Things were quiet, the kids were sleeping. I was relaxed. My heart rate would increase, and I'm like, oh my god, like is this a panic attack? So that, and then with anxiety, I've always been like super high strung. So I didn't really pay that any attention. And then the next year, so this was like 2018, 2019. So I've been going through all of this for a long time. But as a woman, it's like you keep going, and then like on the outside, you look normal, but people have no idea that you are exhausted inside. Like sometimes I felt like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted inside. Like I feel like I'm dying. I feel like I'm losing my mind, but on the outside, people are probably thinking like, oh yeah, she looks good, like she got it all together. And I'm not sure it's not women. I'm not saying that men have it easy, but it's like just when so much stuff is going on internally and you don't know what it is, it's like it's hard because you're thinking like, okay, it's just me. I got to get it together. But again, just fast forward to like 2020, 2020, 21. My cycles became like super irregular, and I think that's what people just automatically equate menopause to, like, okay, there's no period, which that is part of it, but there's so many things that I experienced that led up to that. So just back to my cycle, I would go months without a cycle, and then it would come on, and then there would be a lot in between there. So it was like super irregular. 2022 was like my last cycle. That was like my last normal cycle was 2022. And again, I didn't think anything of it. I figured it was perimenopause, menopause. I didn't care. I didn't miss it, you know. So yeah. So just continued to go to the doctor, continued to deal with things, but that's when I noticed that it was I had so many weight fluctuations, and then I got to the point where it was so hard for me to lose weight. Like I tried so many things to lose weight, from just oral appetite suppressants to Saxenda, which is an injection, to the GLP-1s. Just nothing worked for me. And it's funny because like when people see somebody who's lost a lot of weight, they automatically say, "Oh yeah, they must be on Ozempic." But let me tell you, Ozempic is not like this miracle drug. Like I still had cravings. I still wanted to eat. I still didn't lose weight. So that's why I was like, something is definitely wrong. So when I went to the doctor last year, my doctor did additional testing, and then the test results were conflicting. One thing said that I was in menopause, and then another test showed that I was ovulating. But she was like, she didn't look any more into it. She was like, well, if you're in menopause, there's nothing we can do about it. So fast forward to this year, went to a different primary doctor, and she was like so interested in my results. And with my only being 43, she was like, "But you're so young." So she did additional tests, and that those tests confirmed that I am postmenopausal. So at that point, she was like, "Okay, I'm going to refer you to somebody else because now that you're in menopause, there's certain things that you have to be aware of." I guess with the decrease in those hormones, there's an increased risk of heart health, heart disease. So, and then also like I guess the strength of your bones decreases as you're going through menopause. So at 43, I've gone through a bone density scan. So it's so much that comes with being in menopause that I didn't know, because my last doctor was like, well, if you're in menopause, then there's nothing we can do. But this new doctor was like, yeah, there's certain things that you need to be aware of, and there's certain things that you can do, because at 43 you want to still have a good life. You know what I mean? So she referred me to a different OBGYN that could, basically treat me with hormone replacement therapy. So this was just the beginning. I just wanted to do that introduction and do a background, but I'll continue to post just to let you all know like what I'm doing and how it's helping. So stay tuned.